All right, hey everyone. Good morning, Happy Sunday to you. Welcome back to Andrea Speaks TV. I'm your host Andrea, back to bring you more news and commentary you can use. Listen, y'all, I'm gonna get straight to the point here. Please support the channel by commenting, not only commenting but liking this video as well as sharing this video, because the information that I'm about to tell y'all, people really need to know this. Okay, you may or may not be familiar with what's going on concerning this particular company. But I just got some information. Actually, I was looking at this late last night, and I said, you know what? Let me come on and share this with the people because it may or may not impact you. Okay? Y'all, it is super cold in my area. Again, I apologize for the sniffles, but I definitely wanted to get this information out. Let me see if I can, speaking of the weather, it is cold. Okay, I'm actually sitting here on my couch, and I have a thick blanket over me as I record this video. Okay, so let me just check the temperature in my area. I'm just curious. I know it's probably in the 40s, maybe to high 40s, low 50s. But let me just check, y'all. Hold on. Let's see what the weather says. Okay, let me press enter. Okay, so right now, yeah, so I was right. I was accurate. 43 degrees. I'm sorry, not 43. Excuse me. Sorry about that, y'all. 53 degrees in my area. Okay, so I knew it had to be somewhere high 40s, low 50s. Okay. All right, y'all. So let me go ahead and get through this broadcast. I don't want to be sneezing and all of that on here, but I want to make sure you get the information. Listen, y'all, I want you to know that your pharmacy, okay, might be closed next week. All right. Now, I have some information here concerning Walgreens. Okay, you may or may not know. You may or may not have a Walgreens in your area, but if you do, and you fill your prescriptions through Walgreens, you may want to hear what I have to say about this. Okay, hold on just a minute, y'all. Let me do something very quickly. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. I just had to blow my nose really quickly, and I figured you didn't want to hear that, right? Okay, listen, y'all. Let's talk about what's allegedly going to take place at Walgreens or several Walgreens locations this week. Listen, y'all, employees, okay, according to my sources, employees at two of the largest drugstore chains in the United States are saying that harsh working conditions make it difficult to safely fill prescriptions, which could put the health of their customers at risk. Now, okay, according to my sources, they're demanding change by staging a series of walkouts across the country. Now, pharmacy employees at some Walgreens stores, including, here's who it includes, y'all, the pharmacists, technicians, and support staff, are planning a walkout between October the 9th through the 11th. That's starting tomorrow. That's why I really wanted to get this information out to you all. Thank you. Welcome to everyone tuning in. Please comment, like, and share this video. Help me get this information out to as many people as possible, okay? So I'm coming on talking about the fact that pharmacy employees at some Walgreens stores, including pharmacists, technicians, and support staff, are planning a walkout between October the 9th, that's tomorrow, through October the 11th. An organizer who asked to remain anonymous for fear of retribution from the chain actually confirmed this information. Okay, now some employees, my sources say, plan to walk out for just one day, while others expect to shutter their pharmacies for all 3 days. Okay, now, um, the information that I'm reading says employees at more than 500 of America's approximately 9,000 Walgreens stores across the United States have expressed interest and solidarity. Okay, they're in agreement, they stand together, they support this. And that's according to a Walgreens pharmacy employee and walkout organizer. Though fewer, this person said, will likely end up participating. Okay, now, uh, it was reported that employees at 3 Walgreens stores in 3 different states said they plan on walking out. Okay, so think about this, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Let me blow my nose again. I apologize. Hold on. Okay, thank you all. Now, again, if this, if you have a Walgreens in your area, and like I said, if you use a Walgreens pharmacy or if you shop at the store, this is something that you need to know about. I'm not saying go in there and ask the employees what they're going to do. They may or may not, tell you, because again, a lot of them don't want to they don't want to make this known beforehand, because quite obviously they may get fired or there may be some type of other action against them. But these are just some of the some information that I guess you could say has been leaked out ahead of this planned walkout. Now, the planned action, okay, according to my sources, comes after pharmacy employees walked off the job at multiple CVS stores in the Kansas City area last week. Now, I want to talk about that and give you some context on what happened, okay? So, let me switch over and read another source here. CVS Pharmacy. Now, let me go back even further. Y'all remember when um, this is not the first time we've heard of some type of strike or walkout. There have been many, many different industries. The healthcare industry. We've definitely seen the railroad. It's a tongue twister, y'all. Hold on. We've definitely seen the railroad workers. Okay, I finally got it out, y'all. We've definitely seen the railroad workers, allegedly, demanding, threatening to go on strike or going on strike and demanding better working conditions. I said a long time ago, y'all, maybe even over a year ago, that, all of these different entities, right? All of these different businesses, organizations, they're paying attention to each other. And, at the end of the day, these people are human. I'm not saying they're right or wrong, but I'm saying they are human. They have human emotions, and they have to take care of themselves. They have family that they have to take care of. And depending on, especially depending on the working environment, whether it's, they have to work long hours, whether they're short staff, that could place, it could be very stressful. It could create a stressful work environment. It could take a toll on their own personal health. And so, these people, they have a right to, speak up about how they're being treated. Now, I'm not agreeing or disagreeing with the method that they go about doing it. But what I'm saying is the fact that there, have been walkouts, and I'm going to tell you exactly what happened in Kansas City concerning CVS. You know, I feel like their management should pay attention to it and make the necessary adjustments. Okay, let's talk about what happened in Kansas City, Missouri concerning CVS. Now, pharmacists working for CVS stores are walking off the job. Okay, this allegedly happened last week. This particular article that I'm reading now was from the week of September 29th. It says pharmacists working for CVS stores are walking off the job, resorting to a drastic form of protest to highlight what they say are unsafe and stressful work conditions tied to a widespread lack of proper staffing. Okay, 1 week after a large walkout forced at least, listen to what happened, y'all. 1 week after a large walkout forced at least a dozen stores to shut down. A dozen, that's at least 12, y'all. At least 12 stores to shut down in the Kansas City area. Okay, CVS is promising changes. Listen to this, y'all. Let me repeat that. Now, Again, the information I'm reading, this article was from September 29th, so maybe it actually happened the week of September 22nd because it's saying after a week, okay, or 1 week after. Listen, y'all, 1 week after a large walkout forced at least a dozen stores to shut down in the Kansas City area, CVS is promising changes, okay? But the article says another round of pharmacists walkouts got widespread attention Wednesday. So, like I said, y'all, the different groups, okay, the different stores, the different companies and businesses, the employees are paying attention to each other, okay? They're saying, hey, for example, we may feel the same way. We may feel stressed, overworked, burned out, not paid enough, benefits are not enough. Hey, if they took these measures to get the result they wanted, then maybe some of the employees feel like, hey, well, if we do this, then we'll get the same thing. Our management will listen and they'll make the same changes. Okay, so allegedly, after the CVS stores, after the pharmacist employees walked out of the CVS stores, of course, quite naturally, okay, if they had to shut the stores down due to staffing, then of course that's going to catch the attention of the upper management. And so now they're saying that they're going to make some changes, okay? Now, CVS has cut back on staffing, the article says, including less time for technicians to assist pharmacists, even as the demand for prescriptions and that V word grow. Okay, the protesters say CVS announced plans at the start of this year to cut or shift hours at thousands of its pharmacies. Okay, apparently that must not be working out well, which led to the employees, feeling whatever particular way they felt, which led to this walkout. Okay. Now, one pharmacist, okay, who spoke to the Kansas City Star said, and I quote, it's like running a McDonald's with just one person. Now, think about that, y'all. So, what I get from that is they have to stand at the counter, they have to take the order, um, they have to make the order. Just think about when you place an order at whatever restaurant, okay, even if you don't eat at McDonald's. But think about it. You have to take the order, or in this case, a prescription, okay? You got to take the payment, you got to fill it, and get it back to the person. And it's just a constant cycle for every single person, okay? So this pharmacist, again, who spoke to the Kansas City Star, said that it's like running a McDonald's with just one person, okay? The pharmacists are not in a union, the article says, but they are among many workers across industries who are walking off the job to protest what they say are unfair conditions. All right. Here's a quote. The number of workers who went on strike was 50% higher last year than in 2021, as member station KCUR reports. Okay. Um, Now, a CVS pharmacy spokeswoman said, and I quote, our ability to serve patients in Kansas City was not impacted Wednesday, and we are not seeing an abnormal activity in other markets. Now, that's just what they're saying, y'all. Okay. This person also added that the company has been meeting with workers in the Kansas City market this week. So apparently they have been made aware quite naturally if they had to close down the stores, which in turn, y'all know it's about numbers. It's a business at the end of the day. So of course, quite naturally, if the stores have to close, that's affecting their bottom line, right? So, I want to know your thoughts. Should employees of these companies that they choose to work for, um, should they have to go through these type of measures just to let it be known, hey, we don't like our working environment? Now, some people will say, some of you may even say, well, if they don't like it, maybe they should just quit and leave and go somewhere else. But is that always an option for people? Okay. You know, I know at one time, maybe even now, I'm not sure, people were saying, well, there are a lot of places that are hiring. It's easy to get a job, but that may not necessarily be true depending on where you live, um, and what areas that the person would actually want to work in. Okay. All right, y'all. CVS has issued an apology for their workplace issues. The executive vice president of CVS, the company's chief pharmacy officer, apologized to employees in an internal memo that was shared online. Um, the executive vice president was quoted as saying, I want to apologize to our pharmacy teams that we haven't addressed these concerns in the region more quickly. Now, a Facebook page run by a pharmacist who has relayed messages from Kansas City protest organizers posted a fairly positive response from the group saying the new CVS regional leader has reached out and the company is promising better working conditions, including adding more paid work hours to meet demand, hiring more staff, and reducing the V word goals. Okay, so that's also something I was going to bring up as I was doing my research, y'all. I even saw where, and I guess maybe I didn't know this because I'm not in that field of work, I'm not in that industry, but apparently some of the pharmacist workers, they felt a demand. There was a demand, increased stress on apparently meeting the V word. Okay, in the thing in the arms, they had goals that they were expected to meet, and maybe there was some pressure being put on them to meet those goals. Okay, now, but critics are also faulting the executive vice president for seeming to suggest the problems in Kansas City are limited to one market and are tied to demand of the V word, thing in the arm, y'all, rather than stemming from what they say are widespread and systemic problems. Now, in online discussions, according to my sources, people in the industry say that CVS pharmacists in other states will likely hold their own walkouts if their working conditions don't improve. So see how it's like it's a ripple effect now. Um, Now, the Kansas City organizers also noted a Walgreens walkout could be on the way. Okay, and that's the topic of this article. Um, so again, y'all, pharmacists. The article also says that pharmacists say CVS is understaffing and overworking them. Um, and this is happening not only just at that particular location. Okay, there's also, according to my sources, new legislation aiming to reform pharmacy benefit managers. Okay, um, so that's something as well. But so I just kind of want to give you some context so you can understand, okay, where's all this coming from. But now let me go back. Okay, so I talked about CVS, the walkout that happened in Kansas City. Now I want to go back to what I was saying about Walgreens. Okay, so again, y'all, um, the coordinated action, okay, at some Walgreens stores, okay, is in response to what pharmacy employees call burdensome prescription and that V word expectations levied on the pharmacists from corporate management, according to the organizer. As a result, employees often find themselves falling behind and dealing with angry customers. Okay, the company sets performance expectations based on the number of team members each pharmacy should have, said the pharmacy worker. However, in reality, staffing is much lower than that. Okay, at the same time, according to my sources, the worker said they've cut training hours for new technicians. Okay, here's a quote by one organizer who said, and I quote, "We don't believe that Walgreens is allowing us to give our patients safe care on a daily basis." Okay, Walgreens isn't responding. They're not fixing those things. So, what I also get from this, and you let me know your thoughts as well. Thank you to everyone who's tuning in. I appreciate you all for taking time out of your Sunday morning to tune in and listen to the broadcast. Okay, this is an audio only broadcast. You can hear me, but you won't be able to see me. Okay, so what I get from this, y'all, now it seems like not only are the Walgreens and possibly CVS workers who are feeling this way and choosing to walk out. Excuse me. It almost seems like they're saying, "Hey, not only are we being, not only are they being made to feel that way as employees, but it also seems like they're speaking out, um, saying, hey, because of how we're being treated, you're not even allowing us to give our patients safe care." Okay, quite naturally, if they're tired, overworked, you don't want them making mistakes that could impact the lives of their customers, such as uh, giving the wrong prescription, somehow making a mistake in that process. Okay, give me just a second, y'all. Let me blow my nose again. Okay, thank you. So, it seems like to me that these companies would want to stop and address these issues because if working, and again, I'm not in this line of work. If any of you all have any insight, please share your thoughts. But if these employees are being made to feel the way they feel, they're saying they're overworked, they're burdened, the expectation of having to meet the demands of the V word, the things in the arms. You don't want all of that to just cause them to make careless mistakes and possibly harm the life or cause the loss of life of someone else uh, in the event that they're filling the wrong prescription, filling too strong of a dose of a prescription, things like that, okay? Um, Now, another pharmacist spoke, right? Another pharmacist spoke and said that he expects his pharmacy to close during the planned walkout period and that he's heard from Walgreens pharmacists at 13 other stores in his state who are interested in participating. Okay? This person was quoted as saying, "We're going to do way more harm to people in 10 more years of operating like this than we would with a 3-day walkout." Okay, the pharmacist said. He also went on to quote, it's time. He also went on to say, and I quote, "It's time to try something different. Every year we get the same promises, and every year we get the same band-aid on the problem." Okay. Um, Now, in a statement to another news organization, Walgreens actually acknowledged, okay, according to my sources, Walgreens actually acknowledged that pharmacy employees were overworked. "The last few years have required an unprecedented effort from our team members, and we shared their pride in this work while recognizing it has been a very challenging time." Okay, that's a statement from the communications director at Walgreens, who also was quoted as saying, we also understand the immense pressures felt across the U.S. in retail pharmacy right now. We're engaging and listening to the concerns raised by some of our team members." Okay. They also went on to say, and I quote, "Walgreens is," and I quote, "committed to ensuring that our entire pharmacy team has the support and resources necessary to continue to provide the best care to our patients while taking care of their own well-being." Okay. The quote ended by saying, "We are making significant investments in pharmacists' wages and hiring bonuses to attract, retain talent in harder to staff locations." Okay. So again, y'all, uh, CVS, there was a walkout in Kansas City, which allegedly will result in changes. And so now this week, okay, October 9th through 11th, I want you to know that Walgreens, okay, Walgreens, if you have a Walgreens in your local area, there is a possibility that they may be closed. I'm sorry. There is a possibility that as this turns into what seems like a national movement, right? Um, people are watching, people are paying attention. If they're saying, "Hey, it happened in this city or this state," if we do the same thing in our state, it'll happen, okay? Um, People are paying attention and they're noticing what actions they feel like they need to take to get the result or the outcome that they desire. So I just want you to know if you have a Walgreens in your area, it's a very likely possibility that it could be closed this coming week, October 9th through 11th. Okay. I don't know if you were aware, but this past week, more than 75,000 Kaiser Permanente workers walked off the job, citing similar problems and marking what is said to be the largest healthcare worker strike in U.S. history. Okay, pharmacist advocates believe that the walkouts will likely continue for some time. CVS and Walgreens pharmacists are not currently represented by a union, and these efforts have been coordinated by individual workers. Okay, however, my sources say multiple sources told CNN that employees at CVS and Walgreens have recently been in touch with union groups, and while Kansas City has been a tinderbox, okay, whatever that means. That was a quote by the Kansas Pharmacists Association, a spokesperson from the Kansas Pharmac can. So let me start over, y'all. A spokesperson from the Kansas Pharmacists Association said, and I quote, "While Kansas City has been a tinderbox, these walkouts could have happened anywhere." Okay. This person also went on to say it's a hard job. On a good day, it's an incredibly rewarding job, but it's hard. And so the idea of pharmacists essentially being turned into ATMs in these environments, encouraging volume over quality, is why this is happening. Okay. All right, y'all. So that was the conclusion of the information. I want to know your thoughts on all of this. Is this a reason why we all should be concerned? I would say yes, it is, especially those who, rely on the pharmacy for whatever medical need that, they have to attend to. Make sure you like this video, comment. I want to know your thoughts, and share this video. Many, many people need to know about this, y'all. Okay, especially if you have one store in your community, one Walgreens, have a backup plan as to, if this store is shut, if your pharmacy has to close down for whatever reason, how would you get the medical necessities and needs that you rely on. Okay, I hope this information was helpful. I'm about to get up and start my day again, y'all. It's very cold. I'm thankful that over a week ago, I looked at the weather forecast and I said, wow, this particular weekend is when it's supposed to start getting very cold in my area. So I made sure that I washed blankets. I made sure I had to get my daughter, she already had a coat, really big thick coat, but I got her a couple of more coats. Y'all know how kids grow fast, so you have to go up a size and things like that. And I even had to get out my thicker jacket because y'all, it is cold. Okay, take care, be blessed, enjoy your Sunday, enjoy your week. I hope you have a wonderful start to your week, and I'll be right back here on the channel bringing you more news and commentary you can use right here on Andrea Speaks TV. All right, talk to y'all soon. Take care.